Welcome to this Bad to Badass live training. If you run a remodeling business and you're done gambling on referrals, seasonality, or fluff marketing promises, you're in the right room. Today, I'm showing you how to turn Google Ads into a predictable lead engine, not just more clicks, but qualified homeowners ready to book consultations. Here's how this is going to go. I'm going to give you the exact framework we use to fill calendars with high intent, high qualified consultations. It's straight talk, zero fluff, and fully actionable. Here's what you'll learn today. First, why most remodelers don't have a lead problem, they have a leak problem. Second, how Google Ads becomes a 24/7 lead engine when it's built right. Third, the three pillars of profitable campaigns, so targeting, ad copy, and landing pages. Fourth, the biggest money leaks killing your ROI and how to plug them fast. And finally, how to build a repeatable system that produces book consultations week after week. So real quick, some logistics. This will be fast paced and tactical. So grab a notebook. If you're live, drop live in the chat. If you're on replay, type replay so we know who to follow up with. I'll do a Q&A near the end. Also, stick around for the discovery call invite. It's not a pitchy time waster. On that call, we'll understand your goals and bottlenecks, review your current systems, identify opportunities, clarify fit and next steps, and if it makes sense, set a plan forward for a custom growth strategy. By the end of this session, you'll know exactly how to build a campaign that attracts buyers, not browsers, and turns ad spend into book jobs. Let's roll. First, so you know who you're listening to, who the hell is Romario? Now, if we haven't met yet, you're probably wondering who the hell is this dude talking to me about ads, systems, and book jobs. My name's Romario Martin. I'm the founder of Bad to Badass, the Google Ads agency that helps remodeling and home service businesses turn chaos into predictable, profitable growth. But let me be clear, we're not one of those churn and burn marketing agencies. We don't sell fluff, we don't chase likes, and we sure as hell don't optimize for vanity metrics like clicks or impressions or even leads. What we do is simple. We build revenue-first growth systems designed to take your ad dollars and turn them into one thing: book damn jobs. I've been in the paid ads game for over a decade, managed over $50 million in ad spend, and generated well over $300 million in tracked revenue. Not just for local contractors and service businesses, but also for billion-dollar brands like Boeing, Fortinet, Quest Software, and Dish. And after running campaigns at every level, here's what I realized. The biggest difference between those billion-dollar brands and the average local service business, it's not talent and it's not budget. It's not even the market. It's systems. Big brands have systems. Consistent, data-driven, dialed-in process that turns marketing into predictable profit. Local businesses, too often it's chaos, marketing scattered, tracking broken, no real engine driving leads or revenue. That's why I built Bad to Badass, to give contractors and remodelers the same high performance structure, but tailored to their market, goals, and size. Because ads don't kill your business, broken systems do. And that's exactly what we're here to fix. Let's get into the brutal truth about why most remodelers struggle to get quality leads and how to fix it. All right, let's talk about the brutal truth. Most remodelers I talk to say, man, we just need more leads. But here's the reality. Your problem isn't leads, it's leaks. You don't need more traffic. You need more control. Because right now, too many businesses are spending money driving unqualified clicks, random form fills, and quote requests that never go anywhere. And every time that happens, your momentum dies. Your sales team get frustrated. You start questioning if ads even work. The truth is, it's not Google's fault. It's not your team's fault. It's not even your market's fault. It's your system, or lack of one. Most remodelers are running a patchwork of disconnected tactics. A little SEO here, a boosted Facebook post there, maybe a referral or two, but no engine tying it all together. And when marketing is random, your results are random. That's why you can have one great month and then go 3 weeks with crickets. The problem isn't that there is no demand. Homeowners are still searching every day. The problem is your funnel is leaking. It's time to plug the leaks and build a system that turns every search into a shot at revenue. And that's where Google Ads come in, because it's not just about clicks, it's about intent. Let me show you what I mean. Now let's talk about the opportunity that almost every remodeler is sleeping on, and that's Google Ads. Here's the key difference between Google and every other marketing channel out there. On Facebook, you're interrupting people. They're scrolling, half distracted, watching dog videos, and you're trying to make them stop and think about remodeling their kitchen. On Google, it's completely different. People are literally typing what they want. They're saying kitchen remodeler near bathroom renovation costs or home addition contractors in Dallas. That's intent, and intent is everything. When someone searches like that, they're already halfway through the buying decision. They're not browsing, they're buying. That's why I call Google Ads the engine that drives qualified leads, because it puts your business in front of people who are ready, not people who you have to convince. You control your budget, you control your service area, you decide exactly which jobs you want more of. And when the system is set up right, it becomes a 24/7 lead engine, running in the background, bringing in new leads, even when you're out on job sites or spending time with the family. And here's the best part. The system doesn't rely on luck. It runs on data. So once you get it dialed in, you can literally scale your results by feeding it more fuel, more budget, more reach, more volume. That's the power of intent marketing. And that's why I say Google Ads isn't just another marketing tool. It's the core of your growth engine. So let's talk about the engine that actually drives the whole thing, what I call the Google Ads engine. Here's how it works. Search, click, lead, consultation, book jobs, revenue. That's the flow, that's the system, and every piece of it has to be dialed in. When someone's searching on Google, they're already showing intent. They want a remodeler, they want a quote, and they want help now. So the job of your ads is to capture that moment. You're not convincing, you're confirming. You're saying, hey, you're in the right place. Let's get you scheduled. From there, it's all about what happens after the click, because clicks don't pay the bills. Book jobs do. That's why we track every single step of the funnel. Where the lead came from, what keyword triggered it, what ad brought it in, and what landing page converted it. Every click, every dollar, tracked and accountable. And once you got that kind of clarity, scaling gets simple. You don't need to guess. You don't need to hope. You just feed the engine more fuel and watch it multiply. And the best part, this engine doesn't take days. It works while you're on job sites, on weekends, on vacation. It's your silent lead gen machine running 24/7. So yeah, data beats drama every single time. Now, the question is, what actually makes the engine profitable? That's where the next part comes in. 3 pillars that turn Google Ads from an expense into an investment. Now that you've seen the growth engine, let's break down what actually makes it profitable. Because anyone can get clicks. The game changer is turning those clicks into qualified consultations and book jobs. And that comes down to what I call the 3 pillars of profit-driven Google Ads. These are the levers that separate the remodeler who are burning cash from the ones printing it. Here they are. Pillar number 1, targeting that filters out tire kickers. You've got to stop wasting money on people who were never going to buy in the first place. Pillar number 2, ad copy that speaks to ready-to-buy homeowners. Your ad should call out exactly who you want and repel everyone else. Pillar number 3, landing page that converts click into consultations. That's where the sale really starts. Not when they click, but when they commit. When these 3 pieces work together, your campaigns go from random traffic to predictable profit. Every dollar goes further, every lead gets better, every sale becomes trackable. And that's when you finally stop guessing and start scaling. All right, let's talk about pillar number 1. Because look, the biggest waste of money in Google Ads isn't bad copy or bad design, it's bad targeting. If you're showing ads to people who are still just looking or searching for cheap remodel ideas, you're paying for traffic that's never gonna convert. You don't need more clicks, you need the right clicks. That's why we use intent-based targeting. We focus on keywords that show purchase intent. Things like kitchen remodeler near me, bathroom renovation contractor, home edition company, and city name. Those searches mean someone's ready to hire, not just browsing Pinterest for ideas. And just as important as what you target is what you don't. This is where negative keywords come in, words you block from triggering your ads. Things like do-it-yourself, cheap, ideas, design inspiration. Because if they're searching for do-it-yourself kitchen remodel ideas, that's not your client. That's someone who wants to avoid paying you. Next, keep your targeting tight. Don't advertise your entire state or every possible service you could offer. Focus your budget on your highest margin jobs and the best zip codes. You'd rather dominate one profitable niche than spray money across 5 unprofitable ones. Remember, Google Ads isn't about visibility, it's about profitability. When you get your targeting right, you stop chasing volume and start controlling outcomes. That's how you build a system that attracts buyers, not browsers. Now that you're targeting the right people, let's talk about how to get them to click. Because if your ads doesn't grab attention fast, you lose the lead, even if you're showing up in the perfect spot. So here's the deal. Your ad needs to punch, not whisper. You've got about 2 lines to grab attention, prove you're legit, and tell them what to do next. And you do that by leading with pain and promise. For example, outdated kitchen, we build dream spaces that add value and wow factor. See what that does? It speaks directly to the problem, then immediately positions your business as the solution. Then you stack proof because homeowners are skeptical. They've been burnt by cheap contractors, no-shows, and guys who goes halfway through the job. So your ad should remind them. Licensed, insured, local, and 5-star rated. That instantly builds trust and credibility. Next, your call to action. This is where most people drop the ball. They write copy like call us today or learn more. That's weak. Your call to action should tell them exactly what happens next, and it should sound like something worth clicking. Try this instead. Get your free 3D kitchen design quote, or book a 15-minute consultation with a remodeling pro, or check available start dates this month. Those are specific, action-based, and outcome-focused. And remember, clarity converts. Fluff kills results. You don't need to be clever or cute. You need to be clear and confident. So when you put it all together, a strong ad looks like this. Headline, top-rated kitchen remodeler in Austin. Description, licensed, insured, and 5-star rated. Bring your dream kitchen to life on time and on budget. Call to action, get your free 3D kitchen design quote. Simple, clean, powerful. And when you get this right, your click-through rate jumps because your message finally matches the buyer intent. But here's the thing. Even the best ad in the world won't make you money if your landing page sucks. So let's talk about pillar 3, landing pages that sell. Because here's the cold truth. If you're sending ad traffic to your homepage, you're burning cash. Homepages are built for browsing, not buying. They've got menus, links, distractions, everything except a clear next step. What you need instead is a dedicated landing page, a page built to do one thing. Turn that click into a consultation. A good landing page should feel like a one-on-one conversation. It should answer exactly what the homeowner's thinking. Can I trust you? Have you done this before? What's the next step? And you build that trust visually. Add before and after photos, real projects, not stock images. Add client testimonials with names, cities, and even star ratings. Include trust badge like licensed and insured or triple B accredited, because the moment someone sees social proof, your credibility shoots up. Next, your form. Keep it short, name, phone, email, and one quick question like what type of project are you planning? You're not closing the sales here. You're starting the conversation. The easier it is to complete, the more leads you'll capture. And make your call to action stand out. Use action-focused language that creates urgency like book your free consultation or check available start dates. Bonus tip, always add a click to call button for mobile. 70% of remodeling traffic is on phone, and if they can't tap to call, they'll tap your competitor instead. Finally, make sure your landing page loads fast and looks clean. A slow, cluttered page kills conversion faster than bad copy ever could. Remember, fast, clean, credible. That's the formula for a landing page that sells. And when you get this right, you're no longer running ads. You're running a lead gen system. Each piece, the targeting, the copy, the landing page, all work together to move people from search, click, lead, consultation, book jobs. But even when you've got the system in place, a few simple mistakes can still burn your ad spend fast. So before we move forward, let's talk about what not to do. The common mistakes that kills campaigns. All right, now that you know the engine works, let's talk about the stuff that kills it. Because the truth is, most remodelers aren't failing because Google ads don't work. They're failing because of a few simple but costly mistakes. Let's go through the big ones. Mistake number 1, sending ads to your homepage. We just covered this. Home pages are built for browsing, not buying. Every click you send to there is money set on fire. Send your traffic to a dedicated landing page that drives one clear action: book a consultation. Mistake number 2, targeting too broad. If your keywords include home remodel or renovation ideas, you're paying for every DIYer in your city. Keep it tight. Laser focus on intent-driven searches like kitchen remodeler near me or bathroom renovation contractor. Mistake number 3, no conversion tracking. This one kills me. You can't fix what you don't measure. If you don't know which ads drive calls, form fills, and book consultations, you're flying blind. You might as well light your budget on fire and hope for the best. And mistake number 4, turning ads off too soon. Google Ads isn't a slot machine. It's a data engine. It needs time to learn what works. I see contractors pull the plug after 2 weeks because they didn't get results. Big mistake. You've got to let the data build, then optimize from it. Look, pretty reports don't pay the bills, book jobs do. Stop chasing metrics that look good on paper and start tracking what actually moves the needle for your business, which is revenue and profit. When you fix these mistakes, your ads stop leaking money and start printing results. And when you get it right, that's where the fun begins. Let me show you what happens when your system is dialed in and the engine is running clean. So what happens when you build this system the right way? When your targeting, your ad copy, and your landing page all work together, when your data tells you exactly what's happening inside your funnel, everything changes. You stop hoping for leads and start expecting them. You wake up to new consultation requests sitting in your inbox, not random calls, not price shoppers, but qualified homeowners who are ready to move forward. That's what happens when you replace chaos with clarity. Your cost per lead drops, your close rate climbs, and your ROI starts compounding. Not because you're spending more, but because every single dollar is working harder. I've seen remodelers go from burning $3 to $5K a month with no tracking, no data, no systems, to generating a pipeline of $60,000, $100,000, even $200,000 a month on autopilot. And the best part, when done correctly, it's not a one-time spike. It's consistent. When the system is dialed in, it feeds itself. Leads turn into consultation, consultation turn into book jobs, and jobs fuel your reputation and referrals. That's what predictable growth looks like. Your team stops chasing tire kickers, your calendar stays full, and you finally start running your business with control instead of panic. Because that's the real payoff. Consistent, qualified leads, predictable revenue, and freedom to focus on what actually matters: your team, your clients, and your craft. And listen, I'm not saying this because it sounds good. I'm saying it because we've seen it again and again. These results aren't theory, they're reality. Let me show you the proof. And just so we're clear, this isn't theory. This is real. What I'm showing you today isn't something we think might work. It's the exact system we've used across multiple industries: remodeling, post-construction cleaning, residential security, even accounting firms. And the results speak for themselves. One client generated $1.4 million in qualified pipeline and over $507,000 in tracked revenue in just 5 quarters, from a spend of $7,000 to $12,000 per quarter. Another client $20 million in pipeline, and $10 million in tracked revenue in just 5 quarters, from a spend of $118,000 to $153,000 per quarter. And one of our global billion-dollar clients spent $4.2 million in ad spend and saw a 720% increase in booked customers while cutting customer acquisition costs by 65%. This generated over $33 million in pipeline and more than $6 million in revenue in just 10 months. And based on historical close rate, we expect 30 to 40% of that pipeline to close by the end of this year. These are the kind of results we deliver, not random form fills, not wasted ad spend, and definitely not look at our clicks vanity metrics. I'm talking steady, qualified, predictable revenue, even in industries where competition is brutal and margins are tight. Because when you fix quality, results don't just improve, they multiply. And that's exactly what we help our clients build. So let's talk about how you can do the same, starting with your own business. All right, so now you've seen the full system. You understand Google Ads can drive qualified leads on demand. You've seen the results it delivers across a variety of industries. The next step is simple. It's time to build your own revenue engine. Here's how we do that. Through a badass discovery call. On this call, we'll do 5 things. First, we'll dig into your goals and your biggest challenges, where you're at, what's working, and what's not. Second, we'll review your current client acquisition system, your ads, your websites, your follow-up, and find out where the leaks are. Third, we'll identify the growth opportunities you're missing, the exact steps to lower cost per lead. Fourth, we'll clarify fit and next step. If it makes sense to work together, we'll show you how we'd plug in and scale your results. And finally, if we both feel it's a good fit, we'll schedule a strategy session to map out your custom growth plan. No pressure, no sales pitch, just clarity. Because at Bad to Badass, we don't believe in hype. We believe in data, systems, and results. But heads up, we only take on 4 new clients per month. And once your metro area is claimed by 2 contractors, it's locked. So if you're ready to finally turn your ad dollars into book damn jobs, book your badass discovery call today. But before we wrap this up, I want to do something special. Let's take everything we just talked about and apply it live. All right, let's make this real. If you've got a Google Ads campaign running, a website you're sending traffic to, or even just a form you're using to collect leads, drop your link in the comments. I'm going to review a few live right here, right now. We'll walk through your funnel, see what's working, and pinpoint the leaks that are costing you money. You'll get instant clarity on what to fix and how to turn your ad spend into book consultations. All right, looks like everyone's staying quiet tonight, and that's cool. Maybe you're watching the replay, maybe you're just soaking it all in. Either way, here's what matters. You've now seen the exact system that turned Google Ads into a revenue generating machine. You've seen the system, you've seen the results, you know what's possible when everything is dialed in. So now the ball's in your court. You can keep trying to patch things together on your own, or you can plug into a system that's proven to work. And if you're serious about building a business that runs on predictable, profitable growth, then it's your time to make your move. Let's wrap this up the badass way. At the end of the day, this is what it all comes down to. No bullshit, no excuses, just profitable growth. Because if you've made it this far, it means you're not average. You're not chasing likes or clicks. You want real results. And that's exactly what we build. So if you're ready to step up, build your system, and finally get consistent qualified remodeling leads, book your free badass discovery call today. I'm Romario Martin, founder of Bad to Badass, and I'll see you inside.